back to League Racing TV for another season EML, and we are here for EML Premier 2, the no assist division for the Tier 2 guys. And I'm not alone, I am with RLS Conti as we're back in the commentary box after our TTML F4 days, and yeah, what a season hopefully it's going to be shaping up.
Yeah, what a season indeed. Hopefully it's shaping up. And I mean, we have some well-known teams that are have been racing here for a pretty long time. Some new teams as well. So yeah, I'm just while you are sorting the last few drivers, I believe,
Yep.
we'll be going through the teams that will be competing in League Two. So to begin. I'm just going in the order of finishing of qualification for League Two. So we have TTG Esports, well-known team. They have won EML one or two times, I believe. BNL Racing Esports, a completely Dutch and Belgium team. They raced here in last season as well, so that's those faces are known to us. Then you have
Mm.
that have been
Yeah, of course, and I think if you look at the grid from everyone, everyone's kind of got their own right to maybe snatch a race win or a podium, maybe one of their drivers' favourite tracks. So I don't think we're going to be seeing the same team win maybe each week.
I can maybe say almost all teams have some really fast drivers. So it can change up from week to week, and then of course you've got things that aren't in your hand, like crashes or uh, unfortunate coming together of drivers. So yeah, I think we will be seeing multiple teams winning in League Two.
Yeah, of course. And to kick it off in Bahrain, obviously we won't be seeing, I don't think, any wet weather because obviously we are in the desert. But as a league racer yourself, Conti, as I know you do, are you a fan of Bahrain, or are you one of them that you kind of feel Bahrain isn't maybe a fun track to drive?
Well, me personally, I have kind of a hate-love relationship with Bahrain. The track is okay, and in league racing and team racing, it provides, I think maybe one of the best races. There's a lot of overtaking um, places you can overtake on track. But me personally, I am not that good at the track, and most of the times for a for someone who is racing, if you're not good at the track, you're not fast. It isn't a fun track. So yeah, it's kind of both. But most of the times, it provides some great racing around Bahrain.
Yeah, as the drivers are readying up, so 29 laps will be the race with a short qualifying session, and yeah, it'll be interesting. Obviously, being a team race, you're not kind of focusing on just yourself. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how some teams play it with tire strategy. I know the softs aren't really used on this game. It is either the mediums or the hards. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how some teams play it. I think with the kind of tyre strategy, which tyres they put on each of their drivers. So yeah, that I think it's an all-round kind of um, strategy battle. I think with team events.
Yeah, it is, and what I think is a really positive thing in the past, in season 1 and season 2, we
Mm.
have been racing multiplayer cars, so you never knew who was in your pit box. So it was really difficult to to get some team orders or team strategy involved in that way. Now everybody is driving F1 cars in a team, so that's just an extra layer added now with changing from multiplayer cars to real F1 cars.
Yeah, and I think as you mentioned with the pit lanes and everything, people have got that assigned slot so they can strategize better. And we see, people maybe going on a longer strategy to, maybe help their teammate who is, kind of in that lower position. But yeah, as we are going to be getting into what will be a short qualifying session, so there'll be 18 minutes of a short qualifying session. The drivers will have all the compound tyres available to set the fastest lap, but I can probably predict the drivers will be going for a soft compound tyre. So it'll be interesting to see what the times are. I suspect the times will be relatively quick around here. And just looking at the track as itself, it is quite known on the F1 calendar. It has been there for quite a few years, and quite known also for Turn 4, where Max Verstappen. I know that Conti is a Dutch fan, so I won't bring this up too much. But I know in Turn 4, where we saw Max Verstappen unfortunately have to give up the position to Lewis Hamilton. Now, I'm not a fan of either, so I won't get too biased to either. But yeah, I think obviously Conti being Dutch, obviously probably not like that situation, that scenario. But I'm sure he'll be keeping a careful eye on turn 4. And obviously we have to look at a few of the other corners. Obviously the sharp left-hand corner that leads on to DRS, that can cause some late braking and some really well, I wouldn't say kind of prone incident dive bombs, but it could cause some pretty spectacular dive bombs into that corner.
Yeah, it can, and I expect you're talking about, what is it, turn 9 or 10, I believe?
I think it's turn 10, yeah.
Yeah, turn 10.
Sure.
Yeah, you can, if you can really nail that corner, you can overtake there easily, but you have to be careful because it's, going downhill in the braking zone, you can easily lock up there. So, yeah, you can make some spectacular overtakes there, but it has a downside as well if you're not careful.
Yeah, of course, as we see our Recon, obviously from Rising Line Sport? I will get this right. By the end of the evening or by the season, I will get it right. And yeah, a former Shizou driver, as I noticed by the PSN change there. So you definitely got some pace there. I have to say, Conti and the Aston Martin, and hopefully,
yeah, definitely.
yeah, as he's just warming up the tyres on the soft. Obviously going for an early run on the softs. Obviously this lap time will be a banker. I can't see it being his full competitive time. So I'll let you run on board with him as you take a lap of the Bahrain Bahrain track.
Yeah, so a really long, pit straight here into an immediate, I always think it's an awkward corner there with a chicane, and you have to be careful, as you see here, on the curb, because your car can be sucked onto that and you're going to be skidboarding there and lose control of your car. Well, this is the corner you were talking about, where Max Verstappen needed to hand his place back to Lewis Hamilton, but, well, overtaking out of track isn't a thing you can do, so that was completely understandable there. Well, that was turn 9 there, and now we're going to turn 10 with the downhill braking zone here, where you can see some spectacular moves, taking it nicely, a little bit inside curve there that can unsettle your car if you do it wrong, and to a second DRS right here, which you need a good exit for. on these corners, especially on the right side. You have to be careful not to touch this inside curve or you will definitely spin. And of course he has a purple second sector because it's the first time lap he is doing here. Onto the final corner now, another long straight here, so another overtaking opportunity. Braking zone is a bit difficult here, but if you have a good exit with a DRS straight here, you can, well, make some nice moves. And let's say 1:28.7 for a first lap of, well, around Bahrain.
Yeah, fantastic there from from obviously Fonty there. And I do apologise, I have got a bit of a tickly throat this evening, and hopefully it doesn't cause too many issues. But yeah, I find with this track, I don't know if you as well do, Fonty, that the final corner, if you go full throttle a little bit just too much, especially with no traction, you can spin the car a little bit. Hopefully nobody has that this evening, and we'll have good clean exits out of the final corner, as a few more are setting times. Obviously a few late changes were made before the race start, as we had a few drivers with internet connection issues. Someone's picked up an injury, but yeah, hopefully everyone is all okay, and we'll get through the evening as planned. And yeah, it's oh, we've got a new pole sitter at the moment.
Yeah, it's from BNL Racing Team Snarky with a 1:28.2, but immediately it's ISEP with a 1:27.8. So the first one to get into the 1:27s this evening in the well, beautiful livery of the Alpine, who picked up P1 now. So half the grid setting a time, the other half either in the pits or still on a hot lap.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Alpine car. I don't, obviously, I know, obviously you might not be either, but I just, the sound of it, just, I'm one of them people that I don't like, just don't like the Alpine.
Yeah, you know, the sound of the Alpine just gives me goosebumps all over. It reminds me of a mosquito. Horrible. Horrible creatures, horrible engine sound.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't want to be listening to that all for nearly 30 laps. As yeah, as we get a few more lap times in, obviously I'm going to try and pronounce everyone's name correctly, or try and get used to it by the end of the season, as we all are going to be keeping our eyes peeled to see who gets the fastest lap, as I think oh no, the two Alpines are using each other as a slipstream, which is quite beneficial, I believe, down that back straight, as Steph is going to get a nice slipstream from his teammate. SXT Steph really shone in qualifying session. He goes into the pits, so don't know what that slipstream was all about, but yeah, it's interesting to see how teams play it. And IRT Seb, I believe he's another fellow Dutchman, and he's representing IRT in the Red Bull.
Yeah, I believe he is Dutch, and well, he is in the well, not completely Dutch, it's Austrian of course, but Dutch-owned car now. Let's see if we have some guys. Harry Banks is on a hot lap, and well, with a purple sector one, so this really looks promising here. A little bit of oversteer there, but nothing too bad. It's going to be his first timed lap here, so always important to have a bank in here. Come up to turn 10, and really easy on throttle there. Long straight here. Again, DRS straight. We have 3 here, so that's why there's always enough overtaking opportunities around Bahrain. But overall, it looks pretty fast what Harry is doing here. Purple sector 2 as well, with a 1:06 as a split time. So now coming up, that's the beauty of sector 3. It's only 2 corners, so you can't lose too many time here. So if you nail the first 2 sectors, final sector, you can of course make a big mistake, but only 2 corners. So with the level of racing these guys do, it's not that bad. And he comes in with a 1:28.3 as a banker lap.
Yeah, the Alfa Romeo is really putting in a good solid first banker lap in P2 and P4, and I believe Harry is a former TML, should I say now, as I've been corrected by Maze this week. TML, he is a former F1 tier driver that is obviously, of course, showcased here on League Racing TV on a Thursday and a Friday now, as that will be back up to another season on League Racing TV, I believe, starting tomorrow.
Yes, yes. I believe Tier 1 and Tier 2, or F1 and F2, are starting tomorrow, and Friday we've got F3 and F4. So, yeah, again on League Racing TV, you've got the Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Enough entertainment to fill your week.
Yeah, definitely. The action doesn't stop here at League Racing TV, as myself and I've got a new commentator partner this season. I haven't got James, and I haven't got Conti. I haven't even got either Bryn Mike. They've given me someone completely new, which will be revealed tomorrow. I don't know if Conti, are you doing TML commentary? I'm sure you're there somewhere around somewhere.
Yeah, I wanted to do commentary, but as I'm in F3, I can't do racing and commentating at the same time. Yeah, I'll be racing. But when there's an open spot on a Thursday and I'm available, I'm happy to jump in when needed.
Yeah, of course, and I think whoever gets that lucky spot to be working with you, I'm sure they'll be relishing that opportunity to work with you. And good luck for obviously what will be TML season in F3. You did say, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Be nice to see you back behind the wheel. I think the first season I did commentary in TML, I think that was the first season I saw you racing, and yeah, I think that season was probably the better one than what we've had in previous seasons. As I can recall myself, I've had some shockers. Yeah, a few drivers have retired quite early on. Not sure what the dynamic is of, kind of retiring early. LRE Stretch and is that Sumatra? Rare? I'm not even going to try. As Philip F1 Philip MD, part of Virtual Esports Racing, goes up into P2. So obviously we mentioned SXT being a strong team here in Premier 2. They were kind of on that Premier 1 base level. Does it kind of put into can't get my words out this evening, into like a kind of perspective eye for the other teams, that maybe that's the team that they want to beat? Or we see early doors that teams are coming full at this, and they're giving SXT, TTG Esports, this kind of like, we're here, we're not just gonna move over kind of thing.
Yeah, what the nice thing is about well, basically a smaller team or a team that nobody really expects a lot from, is that you've got nothing to lose. And as you said, teams like SXT, VR as well, and TTG, who have been former champions of EML, they've got everything to lose. People expect them to be up there. So yeah, that kind of pressure, you have to be able to deal with that, and still keep performing with the pressure on your shoulders. As well as a smaller team, if you have a bad race, it's okay, and well, people are proud, and probably you yourself as a driver are proud to be competing with these big teams and big drivers. So yeah, it's all about managing your nerves and managing the stress as a big team.
Yeah, and I have to point out, the kind of elephant in the room. Myself and yourself have kind of got two teams that are in our lobby, and I must admit there has been moments already where I think, oh, you shouldn't be doing that, but we'll keep it non-biased. We are commentating over all 10 teams, should I say, and yeah, I think Conti might have a little soft spot for our LS and myself, LRE, as we are, kind of part of them teams. It's kind of a coincidence we get put together in a lobby that's, kind of got both our teams in. So, but no, we will keep all Recon nearly goes for an absolute spin out of the exit of turn 4. Luckily, he doesn't end up in a wall, as I'm sure, as I said, that Conti nearly had a heart attack moment. Hopefully he didn't. Yeah, no, it's a very mixed qualifying session, I have to say, so far.
Yeah, it is. It is a mixed qualifying session, but yeah, as we just talked about, SXT as my L2 stay stick. No, it's working again. SXT with SXT Steph now in P3, so yeah, SXT doing really well there with a P1 and P3. Yeah, but still some tough competition for them. Philip fast, CC Brain, Pastnafi, I think he has a couple of tens in him as well. And then of course Harry Banks, Slinky. So yeah, they're not there yet, but well, promising start for SXT.
Yeah, and if my mind recalls, Philip was a former TTT driver. I can't remember. I must be going back a few games now, but that might just come into the thought of TTG. You know, that I wouldn't say haunt them. You know, if he does win a race or two, but yeah, if he is a former driver, you know, that might come back to bite them, as they say. But yeah, 3 minutes kind of left on the clock. I think there's 3 minutes. I can't see because the sector times are being covered by no, not the sector times. The timer is covered by a sector 3 yellow flags. I don't know what's causing that. That is for the pit lane, as there's 3 minutes left on the clock. So the drivers are going to come for their final runs. So we'll see where the best times are going to come from. As we run on board with, I have to say, an absolute legend and a goat of the league racing community, which is ESW Colin Mason. And yeah, he's coming through turn 4 in the iconic Williams team car.
Yeah, Colin Mason in a beautiful Williams car, I must add. And I know the team owner loves some good helmets, so I think he can be glad I'm not streaming because I'm too far in the car to be showcasing any helmets. But yeah, Colin R. Mason on his outlap momently, and for him as well, I think he can squeeze out a couple of tens there as well. And as it is really close, as you can see, I mean, P1, P2 really up there, P3, but there's 4 tenths between him and P3, so really close.
Yeah, as drivers do get ready for their final flying laps, as the track kind of comes to the point where it's kind of the best time to get that lap in and punch that time in to get yourself higher up the grid. Now, I know Bahrain, obviously turn 1, we are expecting maybe, hopefully not carnage. We don't want that. But yeah, no formation lap on. Could be a very interesting turn 1, I have to say, as Colin makes his way through turn 1.
Yeah, but I believe they finally fixed tire temperatures now, where you have formation lap off, so you don't have to start on, what was it, 70 degrees Celsius tires?
No.
Which had no grip at them at all.
Yeah, yeah, so, I fell victim for that, I think, a few times. But yeah, there's quite a lot of drivers on their flying lap as we keep on board with ESW Colin Mason. The top 2 still out on their flying laps. I just wonder, are they going to make it in a minute? I'm just trying to find out where they are. Where is Philip? Philip is coming through the final 2 corners, which obviously you noted are sector 3 pretty much, as he's in that American Haas, as we see it in the red and white now. No blue on it, it got updated. Where is Ash? Ash, I don't... Oh no, Ash is on his lap. So it'll be interesting to see if he can keep on to pole, or can SXT Steph take that position back. So Steph is going to cross the line. Steph is he going to beat his time? Oh, so we've got an Alpine 1-2.
Yeah, and Steph the first one to complete his well, his final run here, but I think Philip and what is it? Essie? Ash?
I just called him Ash. I think that's yeah.
Yeah, Ash just invalidated his lap, so he won't be improving. So, well, everything depending on Philip, his lap here, and well, we're gonna be seeing him going through turn 10 here. and it looks okay what he's doing. I mean, the final lap of qualification, I always like the extra level of grip you're getting
yeah,
in your final run there. So yeah, if you just do a decent lap or a good lap, you can improve your times there. But so far, it's looking good what he's doing, but I haven't seen any split times, so I could be wrong.
Yeah, well, he's up by a tenth. He's up by a tenth on his personal best, and he's going to get a lovely slipstream from his teammate behind. So yeah, could Ver maybe just be the rival to... Oh, makes a little bit of a mistake, I think.
Yeah, he went really wide there. He missed the inside of the curve, but yeah, and that cost him some time. Look at this. He was up down a 10 on his time, and he finished just a 10 over his time.
Yeah, so you're right on board with CPI Nicholas. He is going to cross the line, I think, and Colin is going to cross the line as well. Colin is going to cross the line now. Well, I think he is. Yep, no, he's going to go into the pits. So it is one of the CPI guys. No, they're going to go into the pits as well. And I think that is, unless Sanaf goes any quicker, he is going to be qualifying over. I don't think he is. No, that is qualifying over. So it is Ash and SXT Steph who are on P1 and P2. So it's an Alpine, an all French manufacturer lockout.
Yeah, so well, so far they're living up to their expectations here, and but I must add, P3 Philip, and he's not gonna give them a easy time on track, I'm sure. As we are just waiting on Snarf,
yeah, and Hookie
to well, end qualifying.
Yep.
That was one. Hookie just talking over some team tactics, I believe, I think, with his teammate Colin R. Mason. But well, looking at qualifying, just wanted to point out how close it is.
Yeah, of course. Ash gets pole position by 27 thousandths of a second. Screenshot the qualifying results in case we do need a race. Hopefully we don't. But yeah, it is the two Alpines on top by 27 thousandths of a second. F1, Philip MD on P3, CC Brain in P4, Slinky in P5, Harry P6, LRE Evil Master in P7, Snarf for BNLRE in P8, CPI Nicholas in P9. Rounding off the top 10 is ESW Colin Mason. Outside the top 10 is BNLR Yano, IRT Seb, Recon, Killer, Florin, Lawson, Renz, Stretch, Hookie, and Smart Rare. And that is your full qualifying. So, coming to the race now, Conti, what tie would you start on if you was inside and outside the top 10?
Yeah, well, that's the beauty of this year's Formula One. You have a free tire choice. So, well, me personally, because I always start from somewhere at the back, I would go for the hard tires and just do a long first stint. But yeah, I think the majority of these guys are going to be starting on mediums, and some 30-40% of them are going to be starting on the harder compound of tire.
Yeah, no formation lap, as I have been informed by our RLS Honey Badger, obviously. No coincidence that Honey Badger is a Daniel Ricciardo fan, and I don't know, he might be in a mixed situation, obviously Daniel Ricciardo being obviously leaving McLaren. But we are going to get under racing here very shortly as the timer goes. And it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go here in EML Season 3 for Premier 2. And I'll just quickly get up the graphics as much as possible, quickly as they all make their way down into turn 1, as this is going to have to be probably one of the most cleanest turn 1s I've seen, as someone in turn 2 is going 3 wide. Any action going at the back there, Conti?
No, I've been watching it, some minor issues, but nothing really serious there. So yeah, great job of these guys, as I see Seep and Florian, I believe, going side by side there. Everyone's going, ooh, touching each other, Killua.
Oh, I have to interrupt you there, Conti. Philip MD has been DSQ'd from the session. That is quite interesting. I don't know what happened, but yeah, he has been DSQ'd, and that's going to leave Virtual Esports Racing with one driver who is currently in P3.
Ooh, yeah, and he came from P2 as well. So this, yeah, I'm not sure what happened, but a DSQ this early in the session must have been something really weird. But these guys are still going, and I must say, well, I think the best start you could wish Ash had.
Yeah, of course. The two Alpines got a good start. I think they'll be in very happy mood there. But the two Alpha and Moves, very close as well. So, yeah, they'll be looking to maybe overtake Slinky very quickly.
And look at our big gainers here. BNL Racing Esports Yarno up 5 positions already, just overtaking Nicholas on the start-finish straight there. So yeah, he had a great start as well. Well, only big loser here is LRE Evil Master and Recon. They're down 8 and 5 positions. So let's hope they can fight back. And of course ESW Hookie, who has to pit, I believe, for a new front wing there. So let's hope they can fight back later on in this race. Yeah,
as just reading through the chat, apparently Philip went off track and got a 30-second penalty. Yeah, Codemasters, I think me and Conti are scratching our heads on that one. Yeah, that's a new glitch, I have to say. Yeah, I don't know where that's come from.
Yeah, it always, well, ooh, as Evil Master now going down the inside of IRT Renz and making a beautiful overtake there. So beautiful action further down the back, but yeah, as you said and pointed out, the glitches, once you think you've seen them all, they come up with something new. I'm completely shocked at how they can break a game with every update they do.
Yeah, they're asking for a restart. I don't know under the rules. Can you do a restart?
I am not completely sure.
No, I'm not, and I think Honey Badger free at the moment. I don't think you are. I think it's only if the lobby's glitched. Because obviously we're now 3 laps in. Hold on. Let's just ask Conti first. No, not Conti, Honey Badger. I'm going to get you two muddled up by the end of it.
Yeah, well, maybe I've got the stream open as well, so if Maze or
yeah,
Honey
I've just
Badger
had that confirmed by one of your true RLS guys, which is Mashiro. Is that how you pronounce it? Am I getting that wrong? Yeah, he's put, you can't do a restart for one person getting a glitch. Super unfortunate, so there'll be no restart. So yeah, unfortunate, but we are going to carry on racing here in obviously, I know it'll be maybe a potential issue for future races, but they haven't happened yet. This race has.
Yeah, and look at it from the bright side. This is the first race. There's many to come, so many opportunities to fight back. But I think VR Slinky is in some kind of trouble here because he is outside of DRS range of Steph and Ash, who are just, well, extending their lead slowly but surely, but under massive pressure of the two Alfa Romeos of Harry and CC Brain. So, and Harry here going down the inside, leaving Slinky just absolutely defenseless, making the overtake, going a little bit wide there, but can still keep his car there. So maybe Harry can fight back and close that gap of, well, 3/10 to Steph and Ash.
Yeah, and I just wonder, maybe if the Alpines and the Alfa Romeos get a little bit too close. We've seen in the past pretty iconic moment, I think we can go to Baku, when the two Red Bulls obviously had that collision. Does that kind of get into the back of your mind that maybe my teammate behind a little bit quicker, if I break too early, could he go into the back of me in a team event? Does that ever come into your mind that maybe, oh, I need to be a little bit cautious here?
Yeah, I think all these guys, especially guys who are in a team longer, know each other so well. They know each other's strong points, and well, I don't actually can say weak points, less stronger points.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's different from a league race where sometimes you race in a team with someone that you don't know or just met for the first time. So I don't think that's going to be in the back of their mind. These guys are just going to be coaching each other through it and know exactly what the other driver can and can't do. As Harry now sets a fast lap of a 1:30.1.4.
Yeah, Harry is doing a fantastic job at the moment. I'm just looking at CC Brain in the other Alfa Romeo. He is really on the back of Vert Slinky, and he is maybe looking for an overtake. Maybe he is having a look. He is on the hards, so maybe their tyres aren't ready at the right moment. But coming out of turn 4, it just seems he's losing a little bit of time there as they go through turn 5 and 6. But he is still keeping close, and BNLRE Yano is also closing up the gap to the Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, he is, and while you were talking about CT Brain putting the pressure on Slinky, I was watching Snarfy making a beautiful overtake on ESW Colin R. Mason there, and well, what I just noticed when I was on board with Colin, well, Snarfy made that overtake, and that's what I always love to see in league racing, is the difference in driving styles some of these guys have. Some of them have a beautiful smooth driving styles, and guys like Snarfy look more aggressive. It's just a beauty to watch.
Yeah, of course, and full credit to Honey Badger at the moment, trying to deal with the Verse situation in the chat. But we will move on from
CC Brain now making the move on Slinky right before he has to brake really late there. Slinky going for a cut back there, going side by side. They have to be careful here. Ooh, as Slinky almost lost it on the curb there, and have to go off track and lost multiple positions because of that. And is Snarfy now going to make a move on him as well? No, I think Slinky is safe for that for now. But those were some really close calls there for Slinky.
Yeah, of course, and I just wonder, maybe the hards are now coming into the kind of range where they will be better than the mediums eventually. As we ride on board with CC Brain, he's around 2.3 from his teammates. He's got a bit of a gap to catch, but yeah, unfortunate there for Slinky, who has lost 2 positions. But ESW Colin Mason making up a few positions early on, and he's catching up to the BNLRE driver of in the I'm gonna get this confused, the Mercedes, and Nicholas is on right on the back, so we've got a bit of a train here for P7, and yeah, maybe DRS will be a little bit of a contributing factor here to see who kind of gets the position. But yeah, if you want to train complete like DRS train, who do you think benefits the most out of course, the guy at the front obviously isn't going to benefit, but out of that DRS train, who do you think is going to benefit the most?
Yeah, I have to say the guy, not the guy in front, but the guy behind that in second position, because he's the one having DRS, and everyone behind him as well, but they're not going to be faster than the one right behind the leader of the DRS train. So yeah, what you most of the time see is someone creeping up because he's faster.
Oh, Ash has had an incident. Apologies to interrupt you there. Ash, the race leader, I think, has had an incident because he's dropped to P5. That could be quite costly to SXT. And there's another one. That is a Ferrari, I believe. And yeah, it is a Ferrari. And it's yeah, kind of getting a bit aggressive and feisty now between the drivers on lap number 7. But yeah, as I said before, sorry to interrupt you there.
Yeah, no problem at all. As what this has done now is put Steph open to Harry Banks, who's right on the back of him now. Only 4 tenths separating these guys, and still the mediums look a bit faster than the hards, as you can see on the exit of the corners. It's not going to be long before the hards are going to be into play here, but yeah, Harry now probably is going to throw everything he has at Steph, opening up everything he has. Is it going to be enough to make a move here? He's going to try it for sure, going down the inside, breaking a little bit later, but again, Steph trying, no, it's not going to be enough. He has to wait for this DRS straight here, and can Steph go back on Harry Banks here, or is he going to have to stay behind him? No, it's not enough. So beautiful move there from Harry, some real bravery into turn 1.
Yeah, that is what you got to kind of do in league racing. You got to just hope and pray sometimes that the other driver does cooperate. But I did notice there, Steph kind of backed with the brakes on a little bit earlier there. Oh, what's happened in of our leaders? Cookie and Rent have had a moment, as I think they are going to get lapped. Not yet, but they are right in front of the leaders. So that will be interesting to see how that plays out. But yeah, it's still interesting at the moment with this battle for the race lead. Oh, what's happened?
Brain made a spinner there, just on his own account. No one, as he has a really dangerous rejoin there on track, but he completely lost the car out of his own. No one was involved there. Jarno was catching and was faster than CC Brain, but he made a mistake there and lost the backhand of his car.
Yeah, very unlucky there for the Alfa Romeo as he locks up the tyre. Oh, he's gone off track a little bit there. I think his hards maybe just a little bit too hot, and well, he may have come in hot on that corner there, but yeah, he's going to have to try and regroup and gain some positions back.
Yes, he surely does, and well, just watching at Steph, who can keep up with Harry now, I think Steph really needs to well, be saving up some of his ERS, because he is really low on it, and if he wants to well, keep the guys like Jarno and Ash behind him and Slinky, well, he has to be saving up now.
Yeah, he will be setting up that ERS as, oh, we've got an incident, I believe, out of turn 4, I believe that is. And that is an AlphaTauri, so that's going to be Ren. No, that won't be Ren's. That'll be one of the Prospect Esports guys. As you can see, you can see CC Brain just kind of wiggling the back of the car there, just to warm up maybe the rear hard tyres he's got on. As you saw Hookie get a 3-second penalty, and it is kind of a part now where we find who wants to make the money and get a position, as not really many people are making moves. But as I say that, Steph is going to maybe look, as there is a sector 2 and 3 in the flags, but as I said, Steph may go for a re-overtake of the race lead. He doesn't.
Yeah, not yet, but maybe he's going to be trying it out here, because he saw the race of this year, the real F1 race, where Verstappen was impatient, overtaking Leclerc, and in the second DRS straight, Leclerc could come back. CC Brain's out of the race. What happened?
He's done it in the pits. I think that may be rear wing damage. I've seen it a lot over the last few days, that rear wing pretty much ends your race. And that's kind of a blow. Is that TTG Alfa Romeo? I believe it is. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, so that's a bit of a blow. That's a blow to two of the bigger teams, Ver and obviously TTG. As Ver did qualify quite high, so yeah, that's kind of an interesting one. As one of the LRE drivers. We've got a bit of a battle here going, Conti. One of your drivers, Recon, going round the outside, out of turn 11, I believe that is. And I'm sure that's not what you were not expecting to see, and that's unlucky, I think, for CPI Floor. And and Recon as yeah, that's probably not what Conti wanted to see.
No, definitely not, and not what everyone wanted to see. And well, same with CPI who got collected there. It's it's a shame. I just wanted to say it would have been a really nice move going around the outside there, but yeah, unlucky for him to spin there, and yeah, probably he needs new tires as ERT Sep is now coming at TF10 Killua there. So is Sep gonna be overtaking him here? I think yes, he's really close here. He's on the outside, but look at the straight line speed Killua has there. So no chance for Sep now, but he is putting pressure on Killua there.
Yeah, of course, and Killer is going to have to kind of defend because he's got a charging Red Bull right behind him. Hopefully there's no incidents with this Red Bull as Sector 1 is showing yellow flags. That, I believe, is full stretch. And yeah, it's looking like we may see an overtake here for P9 as Seb is going to kind of look for a move. Oh, as Florian and Recon are battling again through the exit of turn 1, but we'll keep an eye on this battle with the other Rising Lion Sport driver, which they come through the corner where I like to kind of try and not spin as if you hit the curb. But yeah, Killer is holding on to this position, and I'm sure Conti is nail biting at the moment as he sees his driver kind of defend for his absolute life to keep P9 there.
Yeah, and as you were watching that, there's a beautiful battle going on from P4 to P6. Ash just overtook Slinky there, but Snarfy is right in the back of them, and well, Colonel Mason, Nicholas, also right on the back there. So from P4 we have a fight all the way down to P8 as Smatra is now out of the race.
Yeah, as just reading through the chat, Seb has had damage since lap 1, so that's very interesting for him to be able to keep up with Killer in that regard. You know, fantastic pace from the IRT driver as we've got a sector 3. Oh no, that's obviously for the DNF in the pits. Oh, what has caught your eye?
Yeah, I was just watching the and Seep there, and well, turn 10 accelerating out of the corner onto the back straight. Killer lost the back end, so he spun as well.
Yeah, and I just wonder when will them medium runners come in, because they've done 11 to 12 laps on them now.
Harry's on. Harry is in on the medium.
Yep, so Harry's in. Is Yano gonna? Yep, so medium runners are now gonna pit, so they are going to, as I say in the great words of Mercedes, it is box for a lot of the drivers, and I'm sure Conti has heard that many times, painfully, when they're taking over, overtaking Max Verstappen, the Mercedes, and we won't put no bias in the chat of who supports who, but yeah, it's back to an Alpine 1-2.
Yeah, it is. Steph in P1 and Ash in P2, and yeah, of course, because Jarno went in, Snarfje couldn't, so he has to well, go on for one lap more. And I'm curious to see if then Snarfje, Evil Master, Lasse, Laurens and Stretch are going to be pitting on this lap, because looking at Snarfje, the back end is beginning to get really loose here, so tire temperatures and tire wearing of the tires is going to be a real issue for these medium drivers here.
Yeah, of course, and we've got a little bit of a battle going at the back. I believe that's CPI Florin and Recon there having a little bit of a battle again. But let's see, is Snarf going to pit? He'll be maybe thinking about it right at this moment. As is he going to pit? We will keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
He is going to pit. So does that mean Evil Master is going to make the same? Oh, what has gone on between Florin and Recon? They seem like magnets at the moment.
Ooh, I am not sure. I missed that one, but yeah, they are really far behind now, and I'm not sure if I can spot. There's no damage no visible damage I can see on both cars. So I hope they can continue, and probably was a driver's mistake of one of the two.
Yeah, as Evil Master has carried on, so has Lasse Lawson. If I've said that wrong, I believe that's a Danish name. My Danish language isn't the best, I have to say. Neither's my Dutch either. I don't know about my English either. I just get that half right. Yeah, so the top 5 have 2 drivers with penalties, but the top 5 are all on the hard compound side, so it'll be interesting to see how they cope when they do go to the mediums. I just wonder, is Evil Master trying to hold out for another 5 laps on the mediums for a soft run? It would be possible, I think, but he would be leaving himself quite, I think, of a big task to do it.
Yeah, it's gonna be very brave if he's gonna be attempting that. And I think as we see another spinner.
Yeah, that's Recon.
It's
He's
Recon
just reset
again.
the track. Yeah,
Ooh,
I see it on the.
Nice.
I see it on the track map. His car was off the line, and I just see it jump back in. So I know that's a reset to track. But yeah, Ash is in. So is Killer. So the hard runners have now come in as Recon picks up another penalty, and it is not going to a good start for obviously Recon, but yeah, Harry is on the back of Evil Master. I don't think Evil Master will put up a fight here. He doesn't, as Harry is going to go for the move before turn 4 and gets the move done back up to P4. I think it might be time for a pit stop for Evil Master, as he is on 14 lap of the mediums, and he's just been passed by somebody who's on fresh tyres as he makes his way through turn 9. Oh, sector 3 yellow flags, and that is Recon again. I think it's gone from a bad night to a nightmare of a race in Bahrain for Recon, as Evil has got DRS, but he is, I don't think, going to close up the gap. He's not. I think he will be making a pit stop very soon. His teammate is doing the same thing. I just hope to God this isn't a Ferrari strategy. I just, if it's going to be LRE, then I just hate them not to do a Ferrari strategy. Oh, Steph is in, so hopefully we're going to see both Ferraris. Let's not see a Ferrari strategy here, lads, as we don't want to be doing that, as Evil is not going to make a pit stop. Yeah, that's quite interesting. If he's filling on the comfort on the tyres, that's the only reason I could. Well, he's got a fairly large gap. He's got 3.2 to Ash, but that's obviously going to come down very quickly as Ash is on the compound. But yeah, will we see a Ferrari strategy that goes wrong? I don't know. But sector 1, oh, who's that gone off? Oh, that's Recon's car. I just had to double check if that wasn't Killer's or not. But yeah, that gap from P5 is looking like a tasty battle. We'll have a look at that, I think.
Yeah, it is. And yeah, I must say, if these Ferrari guys are going to be pulling a medium to soft strategy off, I will take my head off at the end of the stream, because I thought it wasn't going to be possible.
Yeah, as our former EML and, well, not EML, as I say, because he would be doing commentary, I think, this evening if he was available to. But yeah, former CML commentator, obviously, Ivan and Mike, who we've both worked with, just in the chat there saying there's been no VSCs or SCs for a few of the incidents that have, of course, yellow flag. As Nicholas is now in the pits. So his mediums, not mediums, his hards have gone. So he's gone for the mediums. So the only people that are still on the first set of tyres is Evil Master, Stretch, Renz and Hooky. They are the only ones. So yeah, everyone else has pitted.
They have, and well, P1 is going to be it's always a desirable place, but
Yeah.
yeah, I think Steph and Harry are going to be opening a can of, well, master fighting there, but at the moment Steph is really flying away of Harry here. I believe Harry was in P1, got overtaken by Steph, and now Steph, well, within a lap, is already, well, driven away from Harry, and Harry doesn't have DRS on him anymore.
Yeah, I think that might be because Steph is on fresh mediums, as Evil Master is going to let, I think, Ash go through. He knows he hasn't got the tyre, and he's going to be letting through very soon. I think Jarno, as Jarno from BNLRE, obviously the Dutch, well, half Dutch, half Belgian team, mixer of Belgium and Dutch drivers there, and he'll be closing up that gap very shortly to Evil Master. As I just wonder, is he going to pit? It's lap 17. Just wonder, is he going to make a pit? We'll keep on board. Steph sets the fastest lap of a 30.6, and he doesn't. So yeah, I think this may be either bluff or a Ferrari strategy that's gone wrong.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is, but what I am sure of is that Mason is closing up on Snarky here. Only 5/10 in Snarky is closing up on Nicholas there. As Seep now went in, I'm not sure, he must have had damage here.
Yeah, he did from lap 1. I don't know if he's pitted before. So he's gone for the softs. Stretch picks up a 5-second penalty. So one of the Ferraris is in. That Stretch, he's gone in. So he'll switch to the hard.
To the hards.
Now that's an interesting... Why didn't he go in earlier? I don't know. Because he's caused himself 8 seconds. So...
Yeah, I'm not sure. Or maybe he forgot to manually change the tires during the race to the softs. As Jarno now coming really close to Evil Master, who is still out on track on 17 lap old medium tires, so he doesn't have the grip in the acceleration and the braking zone, and it's catching Jarno out every braking zone. He's letting him go now. So yeah, I hope Evil Master makes the right decision then, comes in now and puts on the soft tires, because, well, 11 laps, if you're, well, really careful. No, he still keeps going.
Yeah, he's gonna maybe close up the gap to Jarno, as, yeah, he's feeling confident, I have to
Nicholas,
say.
No, not close enough. Sorry to break in there. Nicholas
right.
was really close to Slinky, but, well, he just saw it wasn't enough and he aborted his move there, and he can try it again now, but I don't think he's close enough. So he will still be staying behind Slinky for now.
Yeah, he will be. And he is... oh, we've got a bit of a battle at the back, and that is Renz and Stretch. Stretch is being overtaken by a driver with 16 lap worn tyres. That's something you don't see. Who is that in the wall? That is Stretch. He's had a moment, I think, in the wall. As is Evil Master now going to come into the pits as we are on lap 19. He's on 18 lap mediums.
Yeah, I think Stretch was called out with, well, the cold tires. They're 70 degrees when you exit the pit, so you have to be careful on the first lap as he spins again here. So, yeah, difficult situation there. But now Nicholas and Slinky, Nicholas right on the back here when they are coming up to the final corner, which well, flows over into a DRS straight here. So probably Nicholas is going to be trying it again. So let's stay on board with him, opening up his DRS here, and look at the speed difference. He's closing in fast, going side by side now, and probably before the braking zone he made that move done, and he did. So is his exit going to be good enough as Stretch now retired from the session?
Yeah, I think he had a few spins, and I just read Iverbrin Mike's comment in the chat, obviously, as he knows me as the LRE kind of team owner, and he's put in there, obviously, I know that LRE are in the Ferrari, but did you have to get the Ferrari strategist. No, don't worry. Evil is one of our new drivers. This is his first event, so we've kind of chucked him in the deep end. So he is a British driver, and hopefully, fingers crossed. I'm literally probably the same as Conti here with Killer now, as we're sitting here nail-biting moments, and I just got to hope he does pit at some point, as we are trying to keep it not unbiased. But I've been Mike there, pulling me in a little bit on the Ferrari strategists, as Evil Master now losing 7/10 off of his personal best, and he's going to lose another position maybe potentially to CPI Nicholas, or Nicholas should I say, who is on the first start. If he doesn't pit now, I hope he remembers that he hasn't pitted, because that would be an awful calamity, I think, if that was the case, because he is still on a medium tyre.
Yeah, which is as Snarf here trying to go for a move there, but it was far too late on Colin Mason. Luckily he didn't take Colin out there with that move, but yeah, he was closing in, but he definitely wasn't close enough for a overtaken opportunity there. So yeah, I hope he didn't damage his own front wing there as well. That would be a shame, but yeah, now has to fight back, as he is 1.8 seconds behind Colin Mason while he was on his back. And well, if he had waited 2 corners, there would have been an opportunity on the next DRS stage.
Yeah, of course. As Ivan Mike says in the chat, massive shout out to Renz and Hookie after lap 1. They've kept going, as we've just looked at them. 29 and 27 seconds off gap-wise, and I just wonder, when is this Ferrari going to pit? He is on, literally, yeah, it must be a Ferrari strategy now. I'd like to know who's the engineer, because at this point I might be doing some Alan Sugar here and saying you're fired. I hope it's not a Ferrari strategist, because, yeah, we might be doomed. As, hey, he's finally in the pits after 20 laps. And he is going to make a pit stop. And yeah, maybe that might just come back to punish, as he's going to go for softs for pretty much not many laps. I just wonder, is he going for fastest lap? It could be a possibility. But he is going to drop outside the top 10, I believe. He has got an AlphaTauri coming around the final corner. I don't think, no, he will be P10, as the game gives me the worst camera angle possible. No, yeah. I don't want to see AlphaTauri's pit wall. So he's back out, so he's got a lot of work to do. He's only got about 8 or 9 laps.
Yeah, but as I believe EML has a different point system, you can still score a fastest lap point outside of the top 10. So, but he's safe for now. It's 11 seconds to Lasse, so he should be safe there. But well, being able to catch up to P9, he has 8.5 seconds to close as well. So yeah, he has to be going really fast there with the 7 or 8 laps, 7.5 laps he has left, as Ash now caught up with Harry Banks. So 8.5 tenths is the difference between Harry and Ash. He isn't going to be close enough here, but well, he is going to be close enough. Steph, I think, I don't want to commentate a curse in, I've done that before, sorry if it happens now, should be safe if nothing happens. 4.4 second gap to Harry Banks. So yeah, but Harry is going to be fighting nail and tooth here with Ash trying to keep him behind. Yeah,
and I've just read Mike's comment in the stream, and I'm not going to read it out, but if you are reading the comments in the stream, Conti, I think you might have a little cheeky laugh to yourself there, as Ash is closing up the gap almost to to Harry. Harry, as you mentioned, is kind of not at the kind of pace gap that he wanted to Ash, but yeah, it's also been a good night for BNLRE, as well, as they have got Jarno and Snarf in the top 8, so good race for them, obviously.
Yeah,
as well.
definitely, and well, BNL really good, SXT really good, and I must say Harry, well, pulling it alone for 3/4 of the race because CT Brain, well, crashed out unfortunately, doing a really good job here. He's in the sandwich between Steph and Ash, and he's, well, holding out really good here. So yeah, it's going to be something to watch here.
Yeah, of course, as they come on lap 24. Oh, I think somebody tried to do a late break, and the other had a different idea, as Harry went early on the brakes, Ash went late on the brakes, so that's something to keep an eye on, as we have got a bit of a battle here for P2 and P3. Jarno effectively really not in for a podium, I think, this evening. He is P4 though. Niklas will potentially drop a position because he has got a penalty. A few others will drop as well because of penalties. We'll just give an update on the penalties, I think. Niklas with 3, Snarf with 3, Killer with 3, Seb with 3, and Hooky with 3. So the penalties have been quite light this evening, except from obviously Philip's 32nd. That must be an EML record. We'll have to check that out with Honey Badger for, well, I will for next week. Unfortunately, I don't think you will be here next week, as my main co-commentator will be back. Fingers crossed next week. As
yeah. Oh, sorry.
No, go on.
Yeah, just want to say I believe Lesty will join you again next week.
Yeah, he will, and me and Lesty, the twin, we go back a few years, and it'd be nice to commentate with such a great commentator, as he kind of was in my early days of commentary. I have to say he was a part of that, and yeah, as we come to the final few laps, it's going to be interesting to see which way this goes between Harry and Ash, as I don't think anybody, realistically, unless Steph has a spin, is going to catch our race leader.
No, Steph looking really strong here, and I think is going to be our race winner. And I think Jarno is just praying to the racing gods. He probably sees on the left upside corner of his screen that Ash and Harry are well, close to each other. I think he's hoping they're going to be battling, and hoping something will happen between these guys to, well, in order for him to be able to go onto that podium. But as it stands for now, I don't think that's realistic for Jarno to, well, to be getting on the podium at the end of the race.
Yeah, as Harry is going to overtake the Red Bull, and I have to say, Conti is a Max Verstappen fan. That's something you're not used to seeing, a Red Bull being overtaken. For that's back for the Ferrari strategy. Yeah, so as the Alfa Romeo is going to close up the gap, will the driver will be seeing the red flags, not red flags, blue flags. Storm, get it together. As he has, I think that's Renz that's been given the blue flags from obviously the two drivers behind him, should I say. As yeah, it is coming to the closure of round one, and I have to say it's been a very action-packed race.
Yeah, it hasn't been a dull race at all. I mean, gaps now, as always at the end of the race, are opening up a little bit, but overall we've seen a really good, entertaining race here, and even at the end now, as Ash is catching up back to Harry again. We're probably going to be seeing some fireworks this final 3.5 laps.
Yeah, of course, and yeah, just obviously a quick mention as well. Obviously, if you do want to watch the rest of EML Premier 1 and Premier 2, which Premier 1 is commentated by obviously none other than, I think me and Conti can both agree on this one, that it is commentated by an absolute legend, which is TTG James, which I've worked with him last season. Absolutely top level guy as a commentator, and yeah, he is really of some of the cream of the crop, they have to say. I don't know what that translates into Dutch. I hope it's nothing offensive. But yeah, lap 27 here out of 29, and yeah, we'll just give a quick overlook of the season calendar while we go back on board with Ash. So obviously we had the 2 qualifying sessions. We'll be in Bahrain this week. We are flying off from Bahrain this evening, and we'll be landing in Budapest next week on Wednesday in Hungary. Then we travel to Montreal in Canada, Spa for Belgium, Miami for USA, which is a new track, Suzuka for Japan, Monza for Italy, Silverstone for the British Grand Prix, Mexico City for Mexico, and we round off on the 16th of November in Yas Marina Island for Abu Dhabi. And both races, Premier 1 and Premier 2, are live here on the League Racing TV channel, 8 PM BST time every Wednesday. So if you do want to watch the rest of the season, then do comment, like, subscribe, and tick that notification bell, and do all the good stuff here, there. And hopefully myself and maybe Conti, who when he's driving, will be reading your comments. As Ash goes a little bit wide, and yeah, luckily that doesn't cause him a 30-second penalty, because I think a few people would be even more raging. But yeah, Ash just has a little moment there. As yeah, it's going to be a very interesting final, I believe, 2 laps.
Yeah, final 2 laps, starting lap 28 and needing to do lap 29 after that, of course. But yeah, a big mistake there by Ash, and I think he just, because of that mistake, he threw away a possible P2 position there, because he's 2.5 seconds, 2.6 seconds now behind Harry, and I think this is just the hard tires coming back into play here. 13 lap old medium tires. Well, according to LRE drivers, that's nothing, but to most drivers, 13 lap old medium tires well, they're pretty boring.
Yeah, Mike saying I'm making him feel cry because he can't do Premier 1 comms. Well, that's for getting me at the Ferrari strategy, so it works both ways. As I noticed, Ash got a 3-second penalty. Now, if Jarno can do a McLaren Lando Norris scenario 7 here, could he potentially shave 2.5 seconds off and get himself on the podium? That's going to be a real battle. He's fluctuating at 5.3. That is coming down, but I think it might just be too much of a bigger challenge than I might be looking at.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be possible to, well, as now it's coming down to 4.8, 4.7 even. I don't think it is possible. He still needs 1.7 seconds, well, 1.4 now. What's going on with Ash's tires? Ash's tires are probably completely blown here, because BNL Jarno is closing in really rapidly. And I wanted to say I don't think it's possible, but he now only needs 1.5 seconds in, well, the final lap basically of the race.
Yeah, it is the final lap of the Bahrain Grand Prix here in EML Premier 2, and yeah, he is rapidly bringing that time down, but I just think that's too much. That's gone back up to 4.6. I don't think he's going to get it.